shittier than the Justice League in the tier department? Wait, which one has Superman in it? Because Superman beats everyone.
The Justice League.
Superman, no. Taylor,
I think I have a pretty solid understanding. I'll have you know, I watched Iron Man. I watched Iron Man 1. I watched the first Avengers.
Marvel has like giant characters
Galaxy.
that eat galaxies to sustain themselves.
That sounds like scare propaganda from the Avengers. keep people subservient to their superpowers. I don't care for them.
They go from like universe to universe, consuming galaxies and eating suns. And
I think he just eats planets, right?
What? That's a bad guy, and the Hulk's gonna beat him up.
Galacticus. He might just eat planets.
It's Galactus. Yeah, he's and the Silver Surfer is like his servant
Herald.
Yeah,
he's like a scout that goes out and makes sure that they're proper planets to eat or something like that.
Yeah, and he's just rolling around eting those planets up. But yeah, they beat him back a few times. I don't think they
didn't
ever
like the Silver Surfer. I remember my last memory with the Silver Surfer is going over to a friend's house and playing action figures, and I had this really cool looking Bane with like all the wires plugged into the back of his head, and he wanted to like play the lore of like, well, I'm playing the Silver Surfer and he can eat or he can fly 1,000,000 miles an hour. And so actually before you can even punch him, he's going to fly so fast at him that he'll disintegrate. And it was
Let me ask you a question.
Dude, Alex, you're a bitch and I don't want to play with you anymore.
Is this the same kid that laid the fat turds?
No, different kids.
Okay. You hung out with quite the crowd. You had your own little group of Avengers.
I was a weird kid. Like
you got a good memory.
I'm starting to learn that.
Yeah, I was an odd kid.
I don't know if I remember playing with action figures. Were you like 13, 14?
This is last year.
It's 3 days ago. It was Monday. I just remember always thinking like, this is so stupid. Like, look at how big Bane's arms are. Of course he can beat you up. Like, we can't play all these rules coming in. I did the same thing with a buddy of mine, Eric, who I wanted to play with his really expensive toy setup that he wasn't supposed to play with because his dad like collected them. And I'm not bullied. Well, a little bullied. Was like, come on, dude, we're just gonna look at these toys. You never play with these toys, these GI Joes and these toy soldiers and everything.
Sissy hypnoed him, and then
he hypnoed him right into it. And then I remember like I was like picking all my pieces and setting up my army and everything cool. And he was like, "While you were picking all those, I went to my dad's other cabinet and got the Challenger space bomber, and so I'm going to fly above where your anti-air can even reach and blow up everything you have." And it was like, this isn't how games are played. Like
that
this
kid's kind of that kid's kind of an asshole, huh?
I never went back to his house. That guy sucked.
Yeah. I don't think I'd want to play any action figure games with him. I didn't play with action figures after.
He was fucking weird, and I remember as we were playing, sitting down in his basement, and like his brother was just watching us play, being a little weird. And then just out of nowhere, we're playing, and his brother just sitting on the couch, just goes, they just threw up like two peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. As we're playing, we just hear, just look over, and my friend acted like, oh no, he just does that sometimes. So.
See, I didn't grow up with brothers, so I didn't get that. I didn't get to play any games like that and do stuff like that unless I had a friend over or something. Yeah, I never got that stuff. So most of the games and stuff I did, I had to find stuff that I could do by myself. So I was in, video games or like play some make believe where you're like the ship commander and you've got all your house's electronics just pushing fucking buttons on a VCR like you're fucking flying a spaceship. It was rough. That's why I got into guns. There wasn't much else to do. I went to
Did you ever do that when you were a kid where your parents were like, all right, outside time. And you're just like, all right, I'm just going to kind of walk into the woods. What can I imagine? What am I? Oh, I'll be Aragorn. Or, I'll be, and you just make up a story.
Nah, that's super lame.
What? No, you didn't play pretend. I had a vivid imagination. I have a vivid imagination.
Taylor, so you were just kicked outside and meant to go play?
All the time, yeah. It would be like, all right, outside time. And I'd stand there with my brother and be like,
somehow
we get airsoft, we could go in the woods.
Disappeared after I became a parent. We've never been able to just be like, all right, kids, get out.
It wouldn't let us come back in until it was dark.
Oh, straight up. Yeah, Taylor, I had those same rules. Yeah, it was like, there's no way you're watching TV on Saturday morning.
I tried to pop back in at like 4 to be like, oh, I'm going to grab a soda. They'd be like, you thought we wouldn't be in the kitchen and you're gonna try and watch TV. And it's like, bitch. Back outside I go.
Yeah,
My
we
house
have
didn't
never
have
just
rules.
told our kids to go outside and not come back. It would have made parenting easy.
I imagine that's why they did it.
I went to this one guy's house once who had a brother. He actually had a younger brother and an older brother, and that had shaped them into different kinds of human beings than I was used to. Like we went down to their basement, and their basement was like a big playroom. There was a big pool table in the middle of the room, and there were just toys scattered everywhere, just of every kind, everything from like He-Man swords to Legos. And I guess I'm maybe 11 or 12, something like that. Formative years. And we were going to play with some toys, and then all of a sudden the lights flipped off. And it's completely dark, and I've never been in this room before, so I'm just like, hey, where'd you guys go? And I just hear and shuffling of feet, like, and I'm just like, and now I'm afraid. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I am in a basement. This is kind of scary, and I'm barefooted, and I'm fucking stepping on Legos and shit, like trying to get toward the door, trying to get out. This is a game they play. It's called Blackout Mode or some shit, where they arm themselves and then cosplay as fucking Ninja Turtles or He-Man or whatever is like a Power Ranger, and they just beat the fucking shit out of each other in the dark. They come across the back of my knees with a He-Man sword and take me down.
See, that's fun. That's good old-fashioned fun.
It was terrifying.
I did.
Yeah, I'm like you,
I
Kyle.
never got in big fist fights with my brothers or anything. Like part of it is because I was always so much bigger, it just wasn't an option.
Yeah,
but
that's not how that works. As a younger brother, I can tell you it doesn't.
That was like, actually, I did have 4 brothers before the accident.
So I will say the only times I gave my brother a concussion, it was on accident. It was never malicious. But I was at a friend's house once, and like, I thought the whole like brothers beating the shit out of each other was more of a meme where it's like, yeah, you'll get in a tussle where like you're wrestling, you're fucking around, but once they're on the ground, you're not just going to start laying hammers into their face. And I guess this must have been middle school. I went over to his house the first time, and I think he had that. And it was like, you know, when someone invited you to their house a lot and you didn't really want to hang out with them that much, and eventually you do, and they're in like impress this person mode. Like, sure. And so It was like that. And he was like from Southern Arkansas or something. And so he was, you know, his name was Josh. His brother was Jared or something. And he was like, Jared, where's the other N64 controller? I got one. Yeah, where's yours? Taylor needs another. We're playing Mario Kart. It's like, I ain't giving you that fucking controller. You broke the nub off mine last time I let you use it. Jared, you bring that fucking control. And I was at this point, I'm like, whoa. Like, there's parents in the house. You can't say that. You bring that fucking controller down, or I'm going to come get it up there. And I was like, you know, we can go outside or something. It's like, no, we're playing Mario Kart. I just got it. We're playing. And so he goes up there. He's like, follow me. We're getting that controller. We go up there. And I thought it was going to be like hey, I got it. Fuck you. Like that kind of thing. He went in there, and his brother had the controller like sitting on it in like defensive, we've done this before posture. And then they got in a honest to God fist fight in front of me, beating the shit out of each other. And the one guy ends it by, because he wrestled, he was on the wrestling team with me. He's got his younger brother's arm in like the bent behind his back, but in the raised bent behind his back, like he could break it out of the elbow anytime. He's like, you gonna hold out on that controller anymore? You gonna give my friends controllers and they come over? And it was like, I don't even want to play Mario Kart anymore.
I'm gonna have to lose to this guy.
That guy was a lunatic. An absolute lunatic. I remember because I wrestled with him in the same weight. We didn't have enough wrestlers in middle school. He was at 125 pounder. I was a 135 pounder, and there was nowhere else for this other guy to go. We had a 160 pounder with us. 160, 165. And this little guy, Josh, was so much better than both of us. Thank God he liked me. There were times where I thought he was going to do that same thing and break my arm, but he absolutely bullied the shit out of this other kid and tried to include me in it or it'd be, and this other kid, I'll add, was the kid I was always nice as fuck to because I knew if someone was going to show up with an AR one day, it might have been this gentleman, and I wanted to be safe.
You want to go to the green list?
Yeah, I wanted to make the green list, and I always imagined, oh, Taylor, don't come to school tomorrow, like that kind of thing from him.
Yeah.
Because
would you tell, or would you just not show up?
I would absolutely tell. I wouldn't show up, and I would tell.
Oh, come on!
If someone told you they're going to shoot up your school, you wouldn't tell.
Well, what if they didn't shoot it up?
That's
what if they chickened out? And you look like such a jerk.
Yeah, man.
Having told everybody.
He's showing you favor, right? He's recognizing that you're a chill dude. And you're just going to immediately go turn that on its head and rat him out.
He's way cooler to you than you are to him.
Yeah.
What if it's
you're
a
bad
test?
Friend?
What if he's testing you to see if you belong on the list?
You're a bad friend.
You know what? You're right. The first threat, I'll play along.
Yeah.
Do that. Yeah,
I got a sister, so I grew up in a world without violence. But I think there's 9 boy cousins on my Mexican side. I remember when, I think we were like 10 through probably 17. And we were all hanging out at a family reunion. We were all hanging out at my parents' house, and we found 2 pairs of boxing gloves in the garage. I don't know why my parents had them. They should have locked them up like fire extinguishers when all of us were around. But it was, we put them on and decided to do some amateur boxing in the garage, even though there was like 2 years between all of us. One of the sets was these comically large 16-ounce gloves, and the other ones were like these little 8-ounce gloves.
Yeah.
So bigger kids, when we were we weren't working on our smarts, said that we were, kind of cobbling together smarts, but we thought that because the bigger kids were stronger, that they should have the smaller gloves, and the little kids, because they were lacking in power, should have the big gloves. That
it works like a video game, like buffs.
Yeah. So it was, the first fight was like my oldest cousin and his brother, and it was a really savage beatdown that I still remember. Those whipping those spider arms with 8-ounce gloves down on his little brother, punishing him with the impunity of, well, we both agreed to this, so it's totally fine. That didn't last long. That was a day.
I lived in Ocean City, so I was probably about 14 or so, and I made a friend who was strong. Right, he hit puberty and just fucking hulked out, even though he was 14, and he was my friend. I, on the other hand, looked 11. So he came over, and my brother was like, just being an older brother, like low grade bullying or whatever.
How much older is he than you?
2 years. Okay. And my friend is like, what? Oh, no, that's not how this goes. And my friend is more than happy to engage with my older brother. Even though he's 2 years older, he's like, I'm your Huckleberry. So we end up like 2v1ing my brother. We hold him down. We're giving him cherry belly.
Cherry belly.
Oh, yeah.
Pink bellies.
My brother had a bit of a weight problem. So it was like, just like rocking his belly.
But tell me, Woody, the whole time you were slapping, were you chanting pink belly, pink belly, pink?
It's cherry belly in my area, but okay. Yeah. And just all sorts of just like bullying. Like we didn't hurt him, but I got to win. So my
you
parents,
heard him. He thinks about this every night before bed.
Oh, well, to hang in there. So my parents are like, Woody, we don't like that you guys did this. And I'm like, what? What? I've been losing fights for 14 years. You didn't think shit about that. What the fuck? I finally win a fight and now we have rules? No, that's not how this goes. And they're like, touche.
Kick their ass.
Yeah. They were like, yeah, I guess we let him kick your ass for 14 years. You win. Fair is fair.
It panned out.
Yeah. So
that man hears cherry. If he hears cherry belly tonight, he's gonna fucking flinch,
dude. I don't know. You fuck with the same guy for decades. You deserve it.
How about another
That's
joke?
What every school shooter says.
That's what every school shooter says. What do you get when you take a socially distant loner and put him in a society that abandons him? This is what.
Is this from the Joker? It sounds like
yeah.
Another great movie. I need to rewatch that again. Really.
Do you get along better with younger siblings, Woody? with your shared trauma?
I only have an older brother. Did that answer your question?
No, like other people who are the younger one. Do you get along with them?
Well, no, maybe. My wife's the youngest.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever I meet an older sibling, I'm like, yeah, fuck them, right? Fuck the little ones. Yeah, totally.
The little ones.
All right.
Fuck the little ones. Yeah.
They fucking don't. They bitch all the time. They bitch all the fucking time.
Yeah.
They don't understand how much trail had to be blazed by
You
us.
pin them down
Exactly.
for 14 years and abuse them, and now they're like, stop it.
I remember just the amount of shit my brothers would get away with that never would have flied when I was their age. I remember my youngest brother was in 4th grade. He's 7 years younger than me. And he was going to some school, and maybe halfway through the school year, my mom was like, this school fucking sucks. We're taking him out. And my dad's like, what do you mean we're taking him out? Like, just leave him in there until the next school year and we'll switch the schools. And she was like, nope, I'm going to homeschool him for the rest of the year. We're taking him out. And he was so young at the time, but he still had the cognition to be like, this is a fucking dope deal for me. And he knew that she would be too busy with other stuff or just not wanting to teach. And so she would give him things like, she told him, hey, you need to read Tom Sawyer and write a book report on it. And I remember going down there one day, and she would give inordinately long amounts of time because she didn't want to teach him to do these projects. She'd be like, you got a month, read Tom Sawyer and write a book report. And I remember going down there once and seeing him and opening it up and seeing him looking back at me, hoping it wasn't his mom or dad as he's playing with his Legos. And he's like,
Jesus.
Taylor, I got to be honest with you. I haven't read any of Tom Sawyer. I've been playing with Legos for 8 weeks.
Your brother's
And I was
awesome.
like, you know what that means, of course. I need you to go get me a soda. And so for the longest time, like months and months after that, even when he was back in regular school, he spark noted and wrote something. And I don't even think my mom read the book to see if he did. And so anytime we wanted something from him, for like, he was at the age where he thought, like, you know, even 2 years later when he was 10 or whatever, he still thought that was a huge deal. So it'd be like, we just code word. We'd say, get this for me. No, screw you. Tom Sawyer. And then he would go and do it for years.
See, I misunderstood. I thought when you told him to go get you a soda, you were sitting down to write him a book report because you're a good brother.
No, I was saying go get me a soda, or I'm going to tell mom and dad that you've been faking reading this whole thing.
I thought you were like, I read it 3 years ago. Go get me a soda. I'll start to work. No, you're just immediately segueing to blackmail.
Yeah, and it worked. I got a lot of sodas and snacks.
That's older sibling vibe right there. I knew right away, Taylor. Oh yeah. You got him. You got him right where you want him.
He's fucking dead to rights.
You're done, kid.
Yeah. He'll even look back now and be like, do you guys remember when you just made me do chores for you for years because of Tom Sawyer? I was like, yeah, you should have just read the fucking book, dude.
Jackie's sisters, she was the youngest of three, and they always did nice things for each other. You know, if you wanted, one would just be like, hey, will you make me a tea? And they're like, yeah, sure, I can do that. 30 years later, I'm still on that train. I could ask her for a coffee right now. She does it. That's just the culture in their family. It's nice.
What nice people.
Yeah.
How odd.
How odd. Oh, Kyle, you are so calculated. Like, you wouldn't have done exactly what I did.
It would depend if I'd read Tom Sawyer before. It seems like it's going to be more conducive to like a good living environment if I write the book report for him, which would be easy for me. And then he would just do things for me because I wrote him a book report.
And you have stronger blackmail. He eventually wrote his own book report, right?
No, he like he like lifted from Spark Notes.
Jesus Christ!
Like just straight up.
So homeschooling didn't go so well, huh?
No, he went back to school the next year, and this is the same brother who he was like, he actively didn't want to do well in grade school. It'd be like 3rd, 4th grade, and it'd be like, you're about to fail 4th grade. Like, how? And he's like, I'm just not doing any of the homework. And they're like, yeah, you're not doing it. Do you not know how to do it? He's like, no, I know how to do it. Like, but so you're just not doing it. Correct. Yeah.
That was me in high school.
Like, they told him, like, yeah, he just was like, I don't fucking care, and would not do the schoolwork, and would go in with like a folder full of undone work every day, throw it in front of the teacher that he hated, and be like, And like his punishment at one point for that, this was before he got pulled out of the school, was every day you come home from school, you go in your room and you read the Bible until dinner, and then you go to bed. And he had hundreds of dollars of Legos in his room. And once again, after like a month of that, of continued punishment, I would like walk in on accident or not knocking first, and just he would admit like, hey, Taylor, I haven't read even a page of the Bible. I don't know how mom and dad don't know what's going on, because every time they come in here, this like dope castle I'm building gets better and better.
Don't you think they knew? Don't you think they go there, read the Bible was code for get out of my hair?
I could just see like my dad getting home from a stressful day at work and just being like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to go enjoy my dinner and sit down with a glass of wine or something. But yeah, he got away with murder. That would have never flown for me. Like if I got like a B minus.
Try?
No,
Did you test them?
Never. Like I was always pretty good with school. I would get stressed out if I didn't have tasks completed. And so I would like go through my list and get stuff done. And then I would enjoy myself. I never understood how he could do that, how anyone could do that. Like in college, I had so many friends who ended up dropping out because they'd be like, yeah, it's Sunday night, just off a 3-day drinking bender, huge paper due in the morning, don't care, right, boys? And it's like, what's wrong with you? Like, you know how, this isn't free. Like, this is really expensive to be here, man. Like, you're just throwing money in the toilet if you're not passing your classes. But anyway, that was good times, good times. Everyone should have younger siblings. Or siblings. I feel bad for only children because they don't. They're just doing nothing.
When I was like 4, my little sister fell in the swimming pool and she was drowning, and I got my dad's attention and he saved her life.